I hope you're doing well. I wanted to make this little vloggy life update thing just for you so that you can kind of be caught up. I don't know. I've made them on TikTok before for you and I thought it was fun. So anyways, I don't want to get too into some of the stuff I already told you about. But since you've been gone, I wanted to tell you about the things that we did do. That was kind of fun. So, first things first, I went to a Christmas Eve party and most of it was kind of hanging out with family, friends, parents, and just stuff like that. It was really nice hanging out with them and, drinking punch that may or may not have had something in it. It had actual fruit in it. I think I took a picture, so I'll put it up here, but it was really fun and super tasty. We threw rings on an antler and it was a lot of fun. I had a great time. There wasn't any tamales there. I know I did put on the calendar that it was a tamale party, but there were no tamales, which was kind of funny. But they did have really good soup and I ate it up. And according to my notes, I really liked the soup. I liked it enough that I mentioned it. Because, to keep all of my thoughts in order, I wrote everything down. Something cohesive and fun and cool. While on break, I actually got into a few new games. So I got back into Elden Ring, of course, and I played it a lot on stream and a lot off of stream, and I lost all my progress, and that was really funny. Yeah, it was my 129-hour game, and I lost all of it. I was at level 180 though. That was pretty cool. I'll get there again. I restarted with a new character and I think she's a lot cooler because she can already swing a hammer around like nothing. So I'm very pleased about that. Also, I've gotten into a new game that maybe you would also like a little bit. It's called Potion Craft and it's really fun. And you get to make potions and stuff and sell them and do plant things and roots and get sapphires and gems and stuff. It's really fun. One of these days I'll get you on the computer and you can play with it because it's really cool. I also went with a friend of mine into LA and we went to a boba place. It wasn't just any boba place though. It was an Arcane X Boba Bear pop-up cafe. And oh my gosh, it was so cool. I loved it. It was wonderful. There was fantastic theming, the lighting. We had fun. We took pictures. There was even a special drink menu that you could get. And they had a special cup. And I bought a special cup. And the special cup lights up and looks like a tube. So it's kind of cool, like a little test tube. So I'm planning on using it. It's really fun and I really love it. I put my drink in it and it was pretty nice. I really liked it. Also, my friend got a few other types of drinks and I took some pictures of those. I also got this mango slushy, tree of life drink and that was really tasty. I didn't realize how much I like smoothies until I had one again. And then I remembered how much I liked them. I went to a mall. Doesn't sound very exciting. It sounds quite boring. But trust me, the mall was huge. And it was so cool. The first thing we did is we went to the supermarket. It wasn't like a normal supermarket though. It had a bookstore. It had its own food court. It was really fun. It had a bunch of specialty foods, international, imported, and overall, the atmosphere was so vibrant and full, and it was a little bit packed, but it was so cool. I loved it. I would have taken more pictures, or I would have taken some pictures, except I felt a little weird doing that considering it was filled to the brim with people, and it was a supermarket, so it felt a little silly doing that. But I did take a few other pictures that are in the actual mall itself, so don't worry. There will be some kind of visual for you to glance at in the future. So the first thing we did was we went to the bookstore by the food court that was in the supermarket. They had tons of these cute little gifts, books, stationery, adorable things, amazing things. And I'll tell you this, it was like stepping into a different world going in there. The lighting was different, the sounds, the everything. It was so fun and refreshing to get into that kind of area. And it really made me feel like I was transported in a way. And maybe I'm just a nerd, but I really liked all of the books. I bought a lot of books. And that's because, well, they had books there that I would not have been able to find anywhere else. Trust me. I think the thing I was the most interested in was, like, just some of the more artistic books. Like, they had a lot of good, beautiful, like, art books that had, like, how-tos, and sometimes they were just, like, compilations of a person's works within a series. And it made me really happy to see them, and I wanted to buy them so I could open them because it was one of those stores where in order to view the book, you have to buy it because it's in the little plastic to keep it preserved and pretty so that the person that gets it gets the entire book and stuff, but they didn't have a lot of sample books out at that time. I don't know if you know this, maybe I'll have to show you too, but I actually was there with a few friends. And I showed them something that I used to do a lot as a kid. And they had strips of star paper there. And they told me that they didn't know how to do star paper. So I bought a little bit of star paper and I taught them how to make cute little origami stars. It's actually quite easy. And if you don't know how to do it, then I'm going to force you to learn. Because it's really fun and I love it. And they're so cute. And if you make a lot of them, you can put them in a jar and then put fairy lights inside. It's a whole thing. It's super adorable. I love it. Anyways, let's keep going because I could talk about this store all day and I don't think I have that much time. Once we finished the bookstore, we decided to get something to eat in the food court. I actually took a picture of this after I ate a bite because I forgot I was going to document it because I was so excited to try it. I got something called egg toast, and I got the selection with garlic bread. And oh my god, it was one of the most delicious pieces of egg toast I've ever had. It had avocado in it, it had, I think, a mayo, probably, and the egg, I think, was whipped together using cream or milk, and it made it soft and fluffy. And it was so good. It was incredible. And honestly, I would go back there just for the egg toast again. Like 10 out of 10. Loved it. So loved it. So after the food court, we spent a lot of time at the mall actually. And I won't go into every single thing we did, just giving you the highlights because honestly, if I were to do that, I feel like I'd spoil the mall for you. And also, it would be a little repetitive to be like, I went in a store and didn't buy anything. Because we went into a lot of stores, but I wasn't, you know, like dipping my hand into every single one. I was just kind of getting things that I thought were cool, cute, unique, or something that would kind of spark joy in the future. But there were a lot of very normal stores, and like, there was Forever 21, Hot Topic, Bento. We didn't go to all of those, of course. We didn't go a lot of clothes shopping. But you know what? There are a lot of stores there that I think you would even like. There's a lot of designer fashion stores, fun stores, kind of interesting artistic stores. As in, like, there was one that had, like, neon lights everywhere. And it was just so well dressed up and everything. Super pretty. In the mall, they also have something there that I think maybe would pique your interest just a little bit. They have jiggly cheesecake at the mall, which I have never found anywhere else. And this is like the first time I've ever seen it like in action, and like, I say it like as if it was thrown at me in action. No, I just mean like this is the first time I've ever gotten to like have some, and oh my gosh, it is so delicious and tasty, and wow, I loved it. They also had cookies and tarts, and It was super good. And we decided to get like the neon green one, you know, to taste try and stuff. I think I took a picture of it, so I'll put it up if I did. And there was one store that was near the Sanrio store that I knew I had to mention. So the mall had quite a big variety. There was like the big box stores and the little stores, and there was something in between. It's kind of like a store that is well known, but not, you know, global or huge. Stuff like that. It's a store that sold a lot of things that I think you might be interested in because they sell old consoles. Things like N64 stuff. I went in there and I was like, frankly, I was shocked. And maybe if you're ever looking for a title for your N64, maybe we'll go there and we can find something cool. Over the break, I also did manage to do 2 animatics in 1 month, which sounds like a lot, but they were only under like a minute, so it wasn't that hard. And also did a bit of art. That was fun. Very cool. Very incredible. I felt like after break, I kind of feel like I can't draw that well right now. Like I'm kind of like regaining my skills again. You know, you kind of gotta retread some old ground to get back. Catch up with maybe today, first few days back at work. It's been pretty nice. Been a little quiet. I hanged out with Rain and also a few other friends, and that was a lot of fun. Oh, also, I watched Wicked like several times in a row in one day because we had to show a friend, and my friend got the sing-along version, and we had a blast. Totally recommend watching the sing-along version. I know it's not the end of the year anymore. It says it right here, though, that end of the year, happy to usher in a new age, and miss you! I'll update you when something interesting happens. Bye!